Welcome to a new video about the beginner's guide to building your own home apothecary. Have you ever stood in your kitchen and thought, what if this space could heal more than just hunger? We stock our shelves with superfoods, supplements, maybe even a green juice or two. But what if the real magic isn't in the latest trend? It's in the wisdom we've nearly forgotten? Hi, and welcome to Earthluxe, where ancient knowledge meets modern living. Here, we reconnect with the roots, literally, and discover how nature, tradition, and a little curiosity can help you feel like you again. Today's story begins in the most unexpected place, my grandmother's attic. A few years ago, I was running on empty, burnt out, overstimulated, living on caffeine and chaos. Modern medicine helped, sure, but it felt like a band-aid. Necessary, but incomplete. Then, during a visit home, I stumbled across a dusty box. Inside, my grandmother's herbal journal, handwritten recipes, notes on wild plants, remedies that had been quietly passed down for generations. And just like that, something shifted. It was like discovering a forgotten language, one that spoke directly to my body and soul. So today, I want to invite you into that world. Not to sell you a miracle cure, but to share something powerful. How your home, your kitchen, can become a sanctuary, a place of real, grounded healing. We'll explore some of the most overlooked healing plants that might already be hiding in your pantry or growing quietly in your garden, like passion flower, delicate, beautiful, and known for gently calming a restless mind. Or tulsi, also called holy basil, a sacred plant in many cultures, and a powerhouse for stress relief and immune support. And we'll talk about how to start your own kitchen apothecary. No lab coats, no special training. Just you, your curiosity, and maybe a few mason jars. Because healing isn't always high-tech. Sometimes, it's handwritten in the margins of a forgotten journal. Sometimes, it starts with a cup of tea. So grab your favorite mug, settle in, and let's rediscover the everyday magic that's been waiting right outside your door. Welcome to Earthluxe. Let's begin. What is a home apothecary? It's more than a shelf of jars or a Pinterest-worthy corner with pretty labels. A home apothecary is a living, breathing extension of you, rooted in tradition, guided by intuition, and nourished by the natural world. It's the tea you brew when your chest feels heavy, and your thoughts won't settle. The salve you smooth over a scraped knee or sunburn, knowing exactly what's in it, and what isn't. It's the gentle oil you rub on your temples before sleep, like a ritual whispered from generations past. But more than anything, it's a quiet revolution, a reclaiming of care, a reminder that healing doesn't always come from a prescription pad. Sometimes, it grows in your windowsill or waits in a jar on your shelf. A home apothecary is empowerment, bottled, blended, and brewed. It's your everyday magic, just waiting to be remembered. The 5 core elements of a natural apothecary. 1. The herbs, your natural pharmacy. Start small. Think of it like getting to know a new set of friends, quiet allies, each with their own gifts. There's chamomile, soft and golden, like the warmth of late afternoon sun. It's the one you'll reach for when your nerves feel frayed, when you need a moment of calm in the chaos. Then there's peppermint, crisp and cool, like a breeze through an open window. It's there for you after a heavy meal, or when your stomach just feels off. Lavender is the dreamer, subtle, floral, soothing. She's your nighttime companion, easing the edges of stress and inviting sleep like a lullaby in bloom. Calendula, bright and golden like marigold sunshine, works her magic on the skin, supporting cuts, scrapes, and inflammation with quiet power and care. And then there's ginger, bold, fiery, warming from the inside out. When your immune system needs a nudge or you feel a chill coming on, ginger is the spark that keeps the fire lit. These 5 aren't just herbs. They're the foundation of your home apothecary. Simple, accessible, and time-tested. You don't need to know everything. Just start here. 2. Tools of the trade. You don't need a high-tech lab or a shelf full of rare equipment. In fact, starting your home apothecary feels a lot like stepping back into something beautifully simple. A few glass jars, clear to admire the colors of dried petals and herbs, or amber to protect their potency like little vaults of nature's wisdom. Some labels and a marker, because trust me, once your shelves start filling, you'll want to remember which blend was for headaches and which one helps you sleep. A mortar and pestle may be handed down or found at a flea market. There's something grounding about the rhythm of grinding herbs by hand, like you're waking up the medicine inside them. A small double boiler, or just a well-loved pot, will do the trick when it's time to craft your own salves. Warm, slow, intentional. And a bit of cheesecloth or a simple strainer. Nothing fancy, just enough to let the plant speak and leave the rest behind. Perfect for infusions, teas, or even tinctures. That's all you need to begin. No pressure, no perfection. Just your hands, your curiosity, and a space to explore what healing can look like on your own terms. 3. Storage, where magic meets order. Tuck your herbs away in a cool, dark place, like secrets whispered between leaves and time. Label each jar with its name, the date, and what it's there to help with. It's more than just staying organized. It's how you honor the plants, keep their power intact, and ensure every remedy is safe, fresh, and ready when you need it. 4. Methods of use. There's more than one way to work with plants, each method a different doorway into their healing. There are tisanes, or herbal teas, simple, soothing, and often the first step into herbal care. Tinctures, made with alcohol or glycerin, offer a concentrated dose when you need something quick and potent. Infused oils carry the essence of herbs into your skin, while balms and salves turn those oils into soothing remedies for cuts, aches, or dryness. A poultice or compress brings relief directly to the body, warm, messy, and wonderfully old school. And herbal steam bowls. They're like a deep breath for your skin and spirit, opening the pores and clearing the mind. Each method has its own rhythm, its own reason. Learning when and how to use them, that's where the real magic of the craft begins. 5. Intuition plus intention. The heart of any home apothecary. Intuition and intention. Listen, really listen to your body. Start with the plants you feel naturally drawn to, even if you don't know why. This path is part science, part soul. It's not just about what you know, it's about what you feel. And that inner wisdom? It's a kind of medicine too. What to avoid? Don't overcomplicate it. Start simple. Just 5 herbs is more than enough to begin. Avoid plastic jars and sunny windowsills. Herbs prefer the cool, the dark, and a little reverence. If you're dealing with something serious, don't go it alone. Natural doesn't mean you have to skip professional guidance. And always, always do your research. Plants are powerful. They deserve your respect. And so does your health. Grandmother's recipes. These aren't complicated formulas. They're the kind of remedies made when time was slower, and healing came from what was already in your garden or pantry. I've tested them, used them, trusted them, and now you can too. Mullein, nature's lung cleanser. The first herb looked like a gift from the clouds, soft, silvery, velvety. Mullein. Its leaves resemble the shape and texture of our lungs. Coincidence? Maybe. But in folk medicine, that's often a clue. Mullein helps with congestion, asthma, and even chronic smokers' lungs. You can dry the leaves for tea or gently smoke them as a natural alternative to tobacco. It's like giving your respiratory system a gentle hug. Hibiscus, vibrant detoxifier. Suddenly, color exploded. Deep crimson petals glowing in the sunlight. Hibiscus. More than just a pretty flower, it's packed with antioxidants, supports liver function, and helps regulate blood pressure. Some even call it the natural hangover cure. But beyond detox, it's a delicious, tangy tea rich in vitamin C. This is self-care that tastes like summer. Passion flower, sleep elixir. Next came a trailing vine. Its flowers like something out of a dream. Passion flower. This one is a gentle sedative, perfect for quieting racing thoughts, easing anxiety, and inviting deep sleep. If you struggle with insomnia or nighttime restlessness, this herb is a game changer. Try it in a nighttime tea blend and sleep like nature intended. Tulsi, stress balancer. Finally, a deeply revered plant, Tulsi, also called holy basil. This herb is known as an adaptogen, meaning it helps your body adapt to stress, emotional, physical, or environmental. It boosts immunity, supports mental clarity, and enhances overall balance. It's like a daily spiritual tune-up for your body and mind. If something in this journey stirred something in you, maybe it's time to slow down, get still, and reconnect. Creating a natural home apothecary isn't about perfection. It's about coming home, to the earth, to tradition, and to yourself. So start small, start sacred, and remember, the medicine is already within you. If this video inspired you, tap that like button. It helps more kindred spirits find their way here. Subscribe to Earthluxe for more modern herbalism, DIYs, and slow-living vibes rooted in ancient wisdom. Drop a leaf in the comments if you're ready to start your apothecary journey. And tell us, what's the first herb you're adding to your shelf? We can't wait to walk this path with you. Until next time, stay grounded, stay curious, and as always, let nature lead the way.